Hi, welcome once again to the Carpenter Shop. We're taking the time to do a little growing up in the Carpenter Shop, just like Jesus had to do. As he worked alongside Joseph, as a boy in the Carpenter Shop, he learned the skills of the trade. He asked questions, he got answers. He began to view the world through the eyes of a carpenter who understood how to make things and use his hands and work hard and sweat and create. And he grew in wisdom and stature according to God's word. And that's what we want you to do as well. And so to begin with, I want to read you a passage out of the Old Testament, 1 Kings 13, verse 7. It says, "Come home with me and refresh yourself." There's an old saying, I have no idea where it came from. It's bloom where you're planted. In other words, you should make the most of every opportunity, and you should try to thrive wherever you find yourself. Now, for a lot of us in life, that's difficult because we're always seeming to push ourselves to go somewhere where we're not. And as a result, we never bloom where we're planted. Again, what I mean by that is that where you are right now, whether you like it or whether you don't, it is the very place that God has placed you. And here's what you need to know. It doesn't surprise God that you're there. He knew you were going to be there. You may be surprised. You may be shocked. You may be sitting around going, how did I ever get here? And that's fair. But the answer to that question is, I don't know. But God knew. And God knew you would be there. And so because you are there and because you know Jesus Christ, then you have something to do in that place, in this moment where you find yourself right now. In other words, bloom where you're planted. Where you are, it's home. It's where you're operating from. And so what are you doing to grow and be refreshed? See, none of us are perfect. We can all improve. But we need to become the best version of who we were created to be. And we can't do that if we're not willing to bloom in those places that God places us simply because we don't like it, or we want to be somewhere different, or we think that God made a mistake and we know better. God knows best. He really does. And my advice to you is be refreshed. Bloom where you're planted. I look forward to joining you next time here in the Carpenter Shop.